Hey guys, I'm Lee. This is Renee. We're with Sleeping Beauty Jiu-Jitsu here in Humacao, Puerto Rico, and I want to do a quick intro video. If you don't know what Jiu-Jitsu is about, you're thinking about doing it, you probably have a lot of questions. I'm going to answer all of them for you right now. Let's first talk about clothing. We are currently wearing gis, and I think both of these, at least this one, is a cheap Amazon gi. Where did you get yours?
Amazon as well.
Okay.
They were like $50.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to get a gi, you can spend $400 on one. I never have. Just go to Amazon, type in Jiu-Jitsu gi. They should be less than $100, right?
Yeah.
Now, that being said, we are primarily at this point a no-gi gym. So we'll talk about that in just 1 second, but I wanted to show up in the gi and kind of show you the basic rules of Jiu-Jitsu. I can show you on the gi a little bit more easily. The whole point of Jiu-Jitsu is to be able to control your opponent and submit them, get them to give up without hurting them, and certainly without striking them. So there is no striking of any kind in Jiu-Jitsu, and that's my favorite part about the sport. We can go as hard as we want to, and nobody's gonna get punched or kicked in their face, which is really nice. When it comes to gi Jiu-Jitsu, we can use the gi as grips. I can grab here, I can choke him with his own gi. I can even grab what's called a pocket grip on the sleeves or the bottom of the pant leg. I am not allowed to put my fingers in the sleeves or in the pant leg. It's to protect your own fingers. And speaking of fingers, although we're allowed to grab our opponents wherever we want, we are not allowed to grab fingers for the safety of our opponent because you'll easily break somebody's finger that way. So I believe the rule is as long as you're grabbing 4 fingers, you're allowed to, but it's better to just grab the palm or the wrist. All right, so like I said earlier, at the moment we are primarily a no-gi school. I don't think we've done a single gi class yet.
We have not.
And so what I do, I actually travel around a lot. I go to a bunch of different gyms. I just wear my no-gi outfit under my gi at other gyms, so I'm kind of ready for anything. Don't feel like you need to go out and buy a gi today. And when it comes to clothing for no-gi Jiu-Jitsu, you really just want tight clothes.
Yeah, just so the fingers don't get caught in the shirt or the pants. I mean, it's just about protecting your own body.
When it comes to guys, most guys are wearing shorts with some sort of tights underneath. Some guys, I know you, like wearing long tights a lot of times. Spats. I just wear t-shirts a lot of times. This is specifically called a rash guard. It's just a tighter shirt, very similar to what you might wear with surfing. But if you search for Jiu-Jitsu on Amazon, again, clothing that is branded Jiu-Jitsu will come right up. It shouldn't be expensive.
All right, in Jiu-Jitsu, we have a different belt system than other academies and other martial arts like Judo and Taekwondo. Here we only have 5 color belts. It goes from white to blue to purple to brown to black.
So when we're wearing the gi, everybody wears the color that they're ranked. But when we do no gi, it is possible to buy rash guards with your color. Sometimes they're on the shoulders or whatever. I find that most people don't do that. Like there's no such thing as a pink belt. And so it's a little bit more ambiguous. You don't really know, how good people are until you start going with them. And then you learn very quickly. You can pretty much guess their rank. And what I love about Jiu-Jitsu is that for the most part, the rank means something. In other martial arts, you can be like 9 years old and be a black belt in karate or whatever.
Taekwondo.
Yeah, I don't even think that you can progress to blue belt until what age?
16.
16. And then from there, it usually takes people 10 years or more to get to black belt. Sleeping Beauty Jiu-Jitsu is our team, and at the moment, it's just adults only. However, we are training in Courtney's gym, and she teaches children's Jiu-Jitsu. So you can check out our website to see both the adult class schedule and the kids class schedule, but for Renee and I, we're just running adults. The beginning goal of Jiu-Jitsu is to take the fight to the ground. Now, our gym space here isn't huge.
Very limited.
And I am horrible at takedowns. So I would say my classes that I'm teaching specifically, I'm not going to put a huge focus on takedowns. Usually what I ask is that one student sits on their butt, the other one stands up and starts fighting from that position, and then after that fight ends, you switch. So the other person sits down. So if one person is already down on the ground, my goal is to get past their legs first of all. Yes, you can go for submissions without first passing their legs, but if his legs are in between him and I, it's very difficult for me to start attacking the arms when he can just push me away with his legs, right? So it's not really gonna work. So my number one goal to begin with is to get past these legs, and at this point I am in what's called side control. If I'm able to move over, this is called mount here. If I move in this position here, it's called north-south. And then this position here is called back mount. And you've definitely seen all the chokes in the UFC coming from this position. Now, Renee's goal, if I'm on top and he's down below, is to wrap me up in his guard. And guard in Jiu-Jitsu is really just his legs. If he wraps his legs completely around me, this is called closed guard. If he gets one of my legs locked up, this is called half guard. If he gets only my shin locked up, sometimes people call that quarter guard. And basically, the fight begins without me in his guard each time, and I'm trying to figure a way out of it. He's trying to wrap me up into a deeper and deeper guard. Now, once I'm able to pass his guard, now I can start attacking. And when you think about Jiu-Jitsu in terms of fighting, when I get into one of these dominant positions like a full mount, I'm able to throw punches if I want to. It's going to be extremely difficult for him to throw punches because the ground is in his way. He's not going to be able to wind up and punch me. And so I can fully control him here, and now I'm able to submit him without his legs being able to push me or kick me away. Now, when we talk about submissions in Jiu-Jitsu, your opponent has the ability to tap with their hand, tap with their foot, or verbally say tap. And this is like the key component to Jiu-Jitsu. This is what makes it safe and fun for everybody. And so we tell everyone, tap early and tap often. And there's absolutely no reason to wait until the very last second till your arm's about to snap before you tap. We all lose thousands of times. How long have you been doing this?
11 years.
11 years. I've been doing this about 9 years now. I mean, maybe it's like tens of thousands of times that I've lost.
Too many to count.
Yeah, so you just kind of got to get used to that. It's no problem at all. You're going to lose a million times no matter how incredible you are. Just tap, the game begins again. Now, one of my favorite things about Jiu-Jitsu is you can do it as gently or as hard as you want. And we have a buddy who owns another gym north of here, and I like the way he puts it. He says, the slowest opponent sets the pace. And I really like that. That allows me as a 200-pound person to roll with a 100-pound girl, and we both still get something out of it. And it allows us to train deep into older age. I'm 42 at this point, but I still feel like I'm pretty healthy because of Jiu-Jitsu. So that's the nice thing. And I will warn you that everyone says that white belts at the very beginning are the most dangerous people on the mat. And it's not because you're the best at Jiu-Jitsu or you're the strongest. It's because you don't know what positions you're in. And usually you will jerk out of a position and you will either injure yourself by accident or injure your opponent by accident. So what I tell people is at the very beginning especially, but really throughout your entire career, you can use full strength, you can use full weight if you're fighting with somebody your own size and weight, but never use full speed. And the other thing that I've seen is that when new people come in, they're a little crazy, they're a little out of control, they're fast. So the higher belts that have been doing this for a while, to control them, they have to raise the level of intensity. And after a few minutes, the fight becomes a little crazy, people get injured by accident, and the higher belt is just trying to control the situation, whereas the new guy, they're just trying to survive. They don't even know what's going on. So I just wanted to warn you ahead of time. This is something that we've all dealt with. Just come in here knowing that you're gonna lose. Try to go slow, smooth. You can bring all the strength and weight you want, but just worry about that speed. Keep it low, at least at the beginning. Here's a quick fight so you can see what a normal Jiu-Jitsu match looks like. Renee is playing defense. He's trying to invert and actually get on my back right here. I'm stepping over his legs so that he can't tangle me up, and I am finding myself on his back. He is doing a great job here of sliding down and away, making it hard for me to choke him. And you can see here he's grabbing my foot. He's trying to actually submit me by bending my foot, and that's why I'm laughing. And you can see I am starting to separate that arm, that right arm of his. And so now I'm going to get my left foot out. I'm going to put that on his shoulder. And instead of choking, I'm going to start going for an arm bar. You can see we're being very calm and playful here. For a moment here, I'm going to use 100% strength just to pry this elbow out because he's not giving it to me. And I'm going to extend this arm bar, and you can see Rene knows he's lost. He taps before I ever extend the arm. I am not yanking the arm. He is in no danger. We're just having a good time. On to the next fight here. We slap hands, we bump knuckles, and as you can see, I am playing defense. Rene gives me his foot here. He's just trying to humiliate me. He's basically giving me his back, which is the worst thing he could possibly do, but he's got a plan. He's grabbing my foot. This is what he tried to do last time but failed at doing, and he starts stuffing it under his arm here. This is a straight ankle lock. I am trapped, and you can see my hands are both on his wrist there, and so I have to say tap rather than tapping with my hand. But once again, we are just having a good time.